G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So this one's just going to be quick. Well, maybe. We all know how I babble. But I just wanted to update everyone on what is happening car-wise. So basically, anyone that's been following us since probably mid last year, I think we've started talking about it. Our white Jeep it's in desperate need of repair. It's got a lot of rust in it. We've showed all that in the past. If you're interested, go back to, like mid last year, I think it was, we started it. But over the last few months, we've been toying and back and forth with different ideas on what to do. Just being an itchy-footed person, I'd love to do another build. I know that fixing the ute would technically be a build, but when we hit the road originally, we did it in our wagon that we built. It was a 4-door wide track wagon. I'll get them to put up some photos here. But basically it was a ground up build, bare body build. And when we hit the road, it was all well and good, but at that time we were doing a lot of camping and sort of remote sort of stuff without the van, and it was just so tight for room because we had the dog and there was so much rooftop tent, all that jargon that you always end up with. So we went back, and that's when we built our ute, because we had the huge canopy, the big tray. It fitted everything we wanted. But now that basically everywhere we go now, we take the van, so having that huge big tray is pointless, and around town a 6-meter car is just a nightmare. So with all the decisions, all the discussions, we keep coming back to another wagon. So basically we pulled the pin and went, righto, we'll do it, we'll build another wagon. We couldn't get back the original wagon, our blue one. We can't get it back. It's a whole other story happening there, but so we have to build one. And because we're the kind of people will never ever drive someone else's work, we have to build one. So we hunted around and we found the 2 Jeeps that are sitting right here that you just can't see yet. But basically we're going to be, after Camp Coffs, we're going to be heading up to our little hideaway up just west of Townsville and building a car. But first step of that will be the white Jeep will be getting shortened back to a standard wheelbase, nice and short. So we'll still have our ute. It'll just be, the LS will be coming out of it, it'll be going back to a standard drive line. So all that'll be getting, the motor, gearbox, diffs, out of that will be going into our wagon, and it'll be all going back to being original. So it'll be original J2000 again, but we'll still have our ute. But we'll get into what is sitting right here. Alright, so what we have here on my right is a 1967 Jeep Wagoneer. It's 100% complete and original. It is untouched in every way. Basically the only problem with it is, I'll go over it in a minute and show you, but the whole body is completely rusted out. But all the important stuff is there, like all the rest of the body panels for this one, which is on our left, which is a bare, completely gutted body on a chassis, just the skin itself. The doors are gutted, every single thing is stripped. Hence why we needed the donor on our right, because that is a complete car. So takes us to now we have a completely stripped 1967 Wagoneer, and we have a mocked up wagon. So we got an awesome deal on this one, so huge thanks to Adrian. I can't believe we ended up with it. Wagon, I love the Wagoneers. Like if I'm gonna do a wagon, I want it has to be a Wagoneer. And then we got this body. Huge shout out to Bernie, because Bernie wants this chassis and all this driveline and everything for one of his builds. So everything worked out really well in the end. But basically this is a straight 6 Tornado. I'll take the cover off in a second, give you a look at that. But it's a 3-speed manual. It's just a bog stock standard Wagoneer. But this thing is now what that was. So if you want to bring a camera around here. So this is all the glass out of the Wagoneer. Inside we have all the door cards, the bench seats, all the dash, everything out of that Wagoneer is now a full build in this. So this one is going to be exactly how it is. It's going to be 2 bench seats. Obviously there's no steering column in it because it's got about to be going on a car trailer, and it's all just mocked up. Basically the reason we did this is the first photos you saw where they were both how they were, we would have had to trailer the Wagoneer, the blue one, up to Townsville, come back, get this one, take it to Townsville to build them, whereas stripping it down here, we've only got to take one up. And by bolting everything in and mocking this up, nothing can get lost, nothing can get damaged, and everything is in its place already. So it's, other than a steering column, motor and box, this is sitting here complete and usable. Like all the windows work, everything is exactly how it meant to be. As for us, thank God, somehow this thing is pretty well 100% rust free. Really hard to find a good body like this. Like the wheels, obviously these wheels are 5-star. They'll be going on our Willys because it's got one rim that doesn't match, so the wheels on our Willys will be going on our white ute.
What a tongue twister that was.
What?
The wheels on our Willys will be going on the white ute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the wheels on the Willys will be going on the white ute. The wheels on the white ute will be going on this, and then these wheels will be going on the Willys. So whoever kept up with that.
I was going to say, I hope you all kept up with that.
That was awesome, right? So obviously that's that sorted. These diffs may go under the Willys. We don't know yet. I've got to find out what ratios these are. But that's this thing complete. It's got the manual wind-up rear window, not the electric window. Like, as everyone knows us, everything is mechanical. Everything is old school.
Less fail rate.
Less failure. Everything will be staying manual. Motor will be staying carbureted. It may end up with throttle body injection, but it'll still be as basic as can be. But that's where that's at. So basically this will be staying pretty well how it is now.
Just not that colour.
Just not this colour. It'll be getting painted. I can't tell you what colour it's going to get painted, for the main reason for that is we don't know. We have no idea. So
no.
Feel free to throw some colours out there.
Actually, yes, so sorry, from behind the camera, guys, that would be so appreciated.
That would be so helpful.
Like, you've seen it now, quick pan of it, right?
We are
Throw
keeping
colours at us.
So all the chrome will be staying. We're toying up whether to go black instead of chrome for all the fittings, but I think we're going to stay chrome.
Yeah, I think so.
But we're just torn on a colour, really torn on a colour.
Yeah.
And so all this will be getting cut out from up to here. So on our blue one, I'll get him to put up a photo on the blue one here.
And
so
pinpoint the exact spot you're talking about.
So on the blue one, all this here is wide tracked. So as you can see, the front guards on this are narrow track. In Australia, or in the world, we only ever had wide track in utes and 2-door Chiefs. Jeep never made a 4-door in a wide track. So that's why with the blue one we had to build it ourselves. In the blue one we cut all this rear quarter out of a Chief and then welded it into the body, which is what we're going to do on this. Except on this one we're just going to buy flares. So yeah, it'll be getting cutting out basically up to that body line. And then the flare sits, where's the door line there? The flare sits there on the door. So that will become 2 inches wider, and then the front guards off our ute will go on the front, and that will be giving us our wide track to be able to run the diffs and completely change the look of the car.
Yeah.
And then all the badges have to go back on. I'll get him to put up a sneaky little photo here of the new motor for it. So we've picked up, huge shout out to Cheap Auto Spares in Townsville. We got an awesome deal on a crate LS3, so she'll be getting a new heart, same gearboxes out of the white one, all that'll be going in it.
And it's a big deal, guys. It's brand spanking new. I think this is the first time in like nearly 20 years I've been with you we've bought a brand new motor.
Not built one. All our motors we usually build, but this is a brand new crate motor.
Pop it out,
being LS3, it's pretty well double the power of the LS1, and our motor is that sad and noisy.
Yeah.
You know, the history of our motor is unknown. We brought it, it had been sitting in a shed unrun for like 6 years. We brought it, dropped it into our Jeep and started towing a van, and been towing a van for 6 years with it. So
it's a huge credit to that motor.
Huge credit to LS's.
It's great.
Let alone that thing. It's just unbelievable. You know, 23 litres to 100 everywhere we go. And
every day.
Every day.
Like it's even, it gets sadder and sadder, but nothing changes.
No,
like it's
unreal. So
it's built tough.
That's why we just stayed with the LS. We just thought we'd get a new one, new build, new motor.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's this thing. That's what's going to be happening this year. It is, look, it's not going to be a super quick build, but it is going to be done this year because we need to get out of up there before summer.
North Queensland is very hot for those of you that don't know.
So we only have winter to sort of do it, and by then we're going to be wanting to get back on the road. We're going to be that itchy-footed.
Yeah.
We're sort of already at that stage because, as people that follow us know, in the last 12 months we haven't really. We've done a few trips to towns. We've gone out west. We haven't done a great deal. There's just been working on Jeeps basically. So it's time to get back to travelling.
Yes, by the time we get through this build, we will be in much need of some travel time.
Isabel's happy about this bit.
Oh, yeah, she's real
happy about having her own seat again.
Ex-made the spare seat on the...
Oh, don't worry about that. That's for another thing. But
another thing you wait for.
So basically, being a 6-seater, if she wants to ride up front, she still can.
Yeah.
Or she can sit in the back, or I can sit in the back. It's just going to be unreal. If we want to take other people, we can. Like, opportunities are amazing.
Yes.
But I'll give you a look at why we didn't use the Wagoneer body. All right, so we'll start at the front with the motor. This is a 230 cubic inch Tornado. So that's, look, they were really underpowered, but the engineering in them was absolutely incredible. So basically, that's the first Hemi, actual hemispherical pistons, hemispherical head. They were cross flow, overhead cam, absolutely amazing engineering, but it was just too early, too far ahead of their time. So they never really perfected it and got big power out of them. There is people now getting big power out of them, but yeah, they are what they are. I'll give you a quick look. So look at the size of that rocker cover. They are an amazing piece of engineering. And like I said, a lot of firsts went into this motor. But basically, from what I can see, feel, and going over it, I think it's a really good motor, which having a complete 67 motor, box, chassis, steering box, diffs, everything, really helps out Bernie with one of his builds. Gives him a complete setup to start with. But let's go look at the bad stuff. As you can see, this whole cowl panel is rusted off. So the whole way around, all the top up there is all gone. All under here is all gone. That whole front cowl panel is complete and utter gone. All along the roof up here, all that is gone, which means all the frame inside it, unfortunately, is gone. I don't think I can see in here, but inside these wheel arches is all completely gone. It is really sort of unfortunate, just with how complete it was. Like I said, it's 100% complete. As you could see in the photos, and you can see now by the brown one, it had everything. Like, it was a complete driving car. It's just the body is well and truly in disrepair. Like, all around, all the tailgate's stuffed, all around the tailgate, all around inside the roof. It's just all gone. All right, so I know I babbled on a bit. I probably bored a lot of people, but I did just want to say where we're at with the ute and what's happening this year. There will be other stuff happening. We've got a bit to do when we first get up there before we can actually start on this, but I'll take you through all that when we get up there. But for now, it's basically just camp costs. We're just knuckling into that, getting all the tracks ready for that. And yeah, so we basically, what did we do this in a week?
Yeah.
So this went from the bare body you saw at the start, and that went from the complete car you saw at the start to what they are now in a week. We just knocked that out of the way so that way we weren't taking up too much other time of doing other things. But yeah, so we're excited-ish.
Ish.
I'm excited because it gives me something to do, and everyone that knows us knows that I'm a really itchy-footed person. I've got to be building something, and to do another wagon like the last one went really well and turned out really well, but a 2.0 is always going to be better. So to have another shot at doing it will be great. So yeah, make sure you throw some colour suggestions underneath. Now when you're thinking colours, I want to go solids. I don't want metallics. I don't want clear over base. I don't like clear over base. So it has to be a solid colour. But yeah, any suggestions?
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. But yeah, don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. Any comments, leave them below, and make sure you leave some colours. We'll see you next time.